Hey there, it's Scott. Now, one of the most common questions that I get asked from people who are getting started in business or building their business or maybe new to sales is how do I put a sales structure together and what is the process? So today, I'm going to answer this question for you. Coming to you live from Sacramento, California for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets. Now, the cool thing is it really doesn't matter the industry or the service that you're in that you provide. You can use this 9-step framework, right? And you're like, hey, Scott, does it got to be 9? Close. You can do 8. You can do 9. You could do 10. But be aware that you do want this sort of structure. And what I'll do is I will go through and explain each step and the reasons why, right? And a couple of pitfalls that you might fall into or issues that you fall into. So the way this is going to work is there's going to be times where I share my screen and there's going to be times where I pop back on. So I have this listed out for you. Let's start by sharing the screen. And in this, it says sales presentation, 100% generic, 9-step. Okay. So step number 1 would be like the door approach. If you've done all your pre-work before, got your paperwork ready, we're talking the 9 steps of the sale when you're in the sales process, like all the pre-stuff of checking your teeth and making sure that your clothing's right and everything's tucked in. You don't have any boogers hanging out of your nose or out of your ears, right? We're starting the sales process of you knocking on the door. So like it starts at your door approach. And your door approach is this. You're going to knock on the door. You're going to say, hey, I'm from XYZ company. And am I parked okay? And the person's probably going to say yes, no big deal. And the reason you want to confirm that is sometimes you're going to park in somebody's favorite spot. Done this a lot of time. And then you're going to confirm, hey, today I'm here for a roof. Today I'm here for a driveway. Today I'm here for heating air. Today I'm here for plumbing. Today I'm here for a garage door. You like this is generic. You can literally put everything you want in here. And then you're going to say, hey, look, my notes say that I'm here to meet Bob and Betty Smith for an appointment. Yep, great. And, the office probably explained to you it takes 60 to 90 minutes. The reason that you want to go through all of this is like you are setting an agenda. You are confirming, like, here's all the things that are going down. Here's all the expectations we need to have. And you're dealing with a couple of objections up front. I don't know how many times I got to a call. I'm like, hey, office confirmed this is 60, 90 minutes. No, I got to go pick up my kids in 15. We're rescheduling. Or I'm coming back after you pick up your kids. Office says that I'm meeting with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No, you're only meeting with me. Mrs. Smith won't be here. Great. She's okay with you making a 40, 50, 60, $70,000 decision? No. I'm like, then we're coming back when she's around. Right? Like you have to be aware that your first couple of minutes in that interaction really do determine what's going on. Are these hard and fast rules? Do you have to do it my way? No, you don't. You don't, but I'm a couple cheeseburgers ahead of you and a couple slices of pizza when it comes to this if you're brand new, okay? If you've been around for a while, you know what happens. There's lots of different ways for you to interact in a meaningful way, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you should absolutely join my email publication. Go right here, type it into a browser, hvactechsecrets.com, and I'll send you emails. You'll like them. You'll love them. I send them out like once a week, sometimes twice a week. If I'm traveling, kind of forget. But you'll get emails from me. You will love them. Number 2, you're going to get inside and you are going to sit down and have a conversation. This is the rapport process, right? You like cats, I like cats. You like Hawaii, I like Hawaii. You like pizza, I like pizza. Right? You're going to go back and forth. Now, I'm going to give you a super important tip, right? Here's what's going to happen. You are going to meet with the person and they are going to at some point go, okay, and this is about 10, 12, 15 minutes in where they go, hey, okay, you're here for a roof, windows, plumbing, roofing, heating, air, driveway, whatever you're there for, let them change the topic. That means I'm comfortable with you or we're going to talk about money, okay? So then you're going to transition. You are going, like, don't go look at their stuff. Don't go diagnose things. Don't go like, hey, let's take a quick look. Before we get to all that, let's sit down and chat and see what we can do to help you. Now, you are going to go in discovery mode and you're going to take notes, right? Super important. You're going to take notes. Your discovery questions is going to be the who, what's, when, where, why, how. pains, problems, and everybody forgets this one. What do you like? Like, what do you not like about your situation? What do you like about your situation? You may find out, like, if it's a heating and air unit, people don't like noise. I don't like noise. You may find out that people like air scrubbers. You may find out that people like a certain color of their roof. You may find out that people like a certain appearance of the concrete. Like, everybody that teaches this misses, like, what do you like? Like, what do you not like? What do you like? And then that way you can bridge the gap. And then you do have to talk about the money. You got to at some point talk about the money, right? The money is super importante. And everybody's like, well, I don't want to talk about money because if I talk about money, the people are going to get upset. No, like, you need to at some point broach the topic of this is going to cost you a lot of moolah, right? You're going to be spending some money. And then you are not talking about you yet. You're like, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. That's not you yet, right? Not yet. Not yet. You can get to that, but not today. Not right now. And the reason I bring this up is people put their sales processes completely out of order, and then like, I don't know why I didn't get that sale. Well, it's because you didn't have an order of operations. You didn't have a direction that you were going to take everything. A discovery process is you asking questions. Tell me about what's going on. Tell me more. A curiosity here, curiosity is going to be the key. And here's what most people do is they treat the questions as an event. What color do you want? What shape do you want? How tall do you want it? How small do you want it? But they don't do a follow-up question. In sales, the fortune is in the freaking follow-up, right? You really want to make some deals happen, go through this process, ask some questions, and really be engaged. Because here's what happens is most salespeople who've been doing something for a long time, they get bored with this part. This is where they're like, oh my goodness, right? I've got to go through the discovery. Here's my 7 questions. You have to put some energy behind this and make sure that the person you're meeting with feels comfortable with answering those questions. And you have to get to a budget. Now, I have this belief that if you were a student of mine and you called me and you said, hey, Scott, I lost a deal. And I said, okay, what was their pain or problem? And you tell me, I'm like, okay, we're good. What pain, problem, or pleasure? What was that? What was their budget? Okay. And were they committed to solving the problem? If you can't get yes out of all 3 of those, it makes the deal harder. I'm not saying you can't do it. It just makes it harder. Okay. And then once again, nothing about you yet. You're not presenting. You don't even know if you can help this person. That's the point of a discovery call. Then number 4, you're going to look and see. Some people call this a sneak and peek. I prefer to say I'm going to do a full investigation. I'm going to investigate what we could do to help you. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to take video. I'm going to talk it through. I'm going to make sure that I overwork anybody who's coming out. Right? I'm going to grab the tape measure. I'm going to grab the laser measure. I'm going to grab the heat probe. I'm going to grab, you name whatever you got. So some people use thermal imagers, right? Whatever tool that you use, that's what you're going to want to do. And then you're going to come back and go, okay, now that I understand your problem, now that I've seen what you got, let's sit down and talk about solution. Okay. So this is all solution oriented. This is all about like, here's how we can solve this problem based upon everything that you told me. Everything that you shared with me is how we're going to base this solution, and we're going to get this done. Okay. And then at the end, you're going to ask some sort of question like, tell me where you're at with this. What do you like? What do you not like? You are not talking about money yet. Okay. Like, super importante. Number 2, we are not, until we can determine like, hey, is there a reason to do business? Are you happy with me? Do you like me? Do you like my hair? Do you like my hairline? I got blue eyes. You like my round face? I'm making fun of myself. Simmer down. Like, do you like my company? Do you like my organization? Do you like my warranties and guarantees? Do you like the offer? Or not the offer? Do you like the company? Right? You're not talking about money yet. You're confirming that, like, hey, if there's a reason, there's an objection, there's an issue, there's a problem, you're going to have to deal with that right now before you get to the money. Okay. And some people ask this question at this point, besides money, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to move forward with us in whatever version you're comfortable with, whatever way that you would say it? I'm more of a let's kick down the door conversation type of a person. But you have to figure out, would you be opposed to us moving forward as a company? Are you against us doing the work? Would it be a ridiculous idea? You could use the whole Chris Voss strategies. Chris Voss is a brilliant dude. Love the man. Got a man crush on him. Yep, it's cool. And then, and only then do you get to money in terms. Okay. So I will share with you, like, if you've seen any of my videos, this right here is the wall. And most salespeople get tired here. This is typically about 60 minutes in most sales presentations. And then salespeople are tired. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. You know, money in terms is where people run out of steam, but like, you have to ask your question here. Like, based upon everything that you've seen, would you want us to do the work? If there's a no, you better figure that out before you talk about the money, right? Do not pass go here. Like, you have to understand that money in terms only happens if that person is willing to do some sort of meaningful business with you. Then number 8, you're going to get your objections. You got your standard. I want to think about it. I've got to talk to other people. My wife isn't here. Your price is too high. There's only like 5 objections. And then it's going to come out to your deal making. So there's your 9 steps for a sales process. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to run. You got your notes, you got your thank you card for your closeout, you got your follow-up process. But what you need to be aware of is whatever structure, you may like, Scott, I think your structure sucks. Cool. Figure out your own. Like, go through and make a list like I just did. Hey, Scott, I want to use yours, but I want to use some yes ands. Cool. I just wouldn't go to crazy town. I wouldn't put like 27 steps in this process. I would say if you could keep it somewhere around 7 to 10, you're probably good. But with the key indicators that I threw in there, it'll really help you out. Say, hey, here's what my opportunities are, and here's what I can do. Right? You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.